Ark Survivors, it's Mark here and welcome to the Sanctuary Ark Map and our second desert biome, Seth's Way, which at time of recording this video is a highly experimental area. Yes, with our character Zanita, level 122, and day 14 on the actual Sanctuary Ark. There's an old soul as far as Ark Survival EVOLVED is concerned. Yes, what I've done with the character of Zanita here is an old single player scenario which I've brought into the servers. You can do that. I've done that with a character called Sapphire from 2018. Been monitoring and playing around with different aspects of Ark Survival EVOLVED. Well, maybe more about those sort of scenarios in the future, but now we're back to the Sanctuary Ark and with Zanita. Now we've got a little problem here. Knowing the map, I know what's going to happen in a second. Yes, we may have time to grab this loot, and that rock ahead of us is going to be quite advantageous. An ascendant compound bow at 475.6, that is awesome. And we got a couple of blueprints for the water jar. Why we want 2 blueprints for the water jar, I don't know, but there you go. Well, we're having a look around here because we have a bit of a problem which we're going to stir up in a moment just to see what's what, and you'll see what it is. We're going to use that rock, as I say, to our advantage, and we're going to get out of the way of this rock elemental. That's it. Let's give us time to get away. Now that's looking successful. I think it's lost interest already, but then we've got a scorpion here. We've got to take care of that. Okay. There's a few creatures dotted about. That's settled down now, that rock element, level 15. Okay, let's have a little bit of a wander about. A lot of potential here to be able to modify the area. Yeah, basically just done a bit of landscaping through a few cactus is about, adding a few scenarios in the future. We'll just check on that. Yeah, it's the same rock elemental. What we've got in our remote keypad, them red ones are really pretty poor. The orbital drop ones are the best ones. So I wander down here. Now I've experimented with quite a few things here on this open ground, including putting in a desert titan, which works perfectly as long as other scenarios like the Megapithecus monkey boss all work perfectly within the editor, but after uploading to Steam, boom, they disappear. But there is a way around it, that it involves the simple spawner mod, which I'm going to be doing a video on that with this map in the future. Not too long in the future, I have to add. Oh, we have a Velonosaur there. It's another one. Another area they spawn into. As I say, things may change in the future, and may already have done by the time you get to watch this video. Well, we shall see. And I do have to say at least 50% of the scenarios that I experiment with fail, because I don't really know what I'm doing. But, oh, we're getting there. We're getting some sort of accumulation of scenarios that will be worth exploring. Alright, we've got a scorpion. We'll take that out. I'll grab the resources. Yeah, we need them. Well, we got one more video after this of the Upperworld, another desert biome scenario. And then I want to do the simple spawners video, because we're going to be incorporating that with our future scenarios. A totally optional scenario with that thing, but well worth looking into, whatever map you're on. Then there'll be the underwater scenarios. There's caves, so that'll be another section of videos from the Upperworld, and then it'll be the Underworld exploration videos. Yeah, pretty barren sort of area here. Got some, is that rock salt down there? Sand about. Sand rocks. 1 or 2 drops in there. Always a nice drop in the distance there. Head towards that. That's a good one. An orbital drop. I may need to bring some assets in, some rock assets, mountainous, or I'm not sure. I've got 1 or 2 little ideas about trying to populate the area with something more pleasing visually as well as practical. The odds and ends there for resource collection. Very underwhelming sort of area. A lot of improvement required. Deserts are not very populated with a lot of things, so maybe, I don't know, maybe one or two little areas where you could have a secret base or things like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Got a few ideas. Got a few vultures to the right hand side, as you can see behind us. But we're going over to an interesting part. Is the orbital drop. You can get one or two nice items from here. And I did have a small base on that island there to the left, just to monitor this thing early on in the development of this area. Yeah, maybe you need a few water creatures in the area. At the time of recording this, the water creatures are few and far between. Polymer and an Ascendant, that was as well as a Journeyman Pteranodon saddle. And depending on your loot quality settings, I've had some tech items from that orbital loot drop, and currently my settings are at ×5 loot quality. Once I've got all the exploration videos done, which there will be a lot of, including artifact locations, treasure chest locations, etc. And I'm not sure if this map will ever be completed, but we'll be doing a gameplay scenario from day 1 till Ascension and beyond. We're using Eve when she gets back on the single player scenario, and Maximus on the server version scenario, which will be some way off in the future. We'll be trying something different, running those concurrently. So on a certain day it will be the single player, within the same week it will be the server version. Well, see, I've got so many plans, whether they come to fruition or not, that remains to be seen. Yes, I know I'm waffling on about all sorts of things that happen in the future, but there isn't really a lot on this section, so I'm filling up the video with potential plans of the future. And I do want to clear up any anomalies, any bits and pieces that require sorting out. 1 or 2 floating foliage bits here and there. 1 or 2 spawn anomalies need looking at. Areas like in the desert here, and the waterways in this area require some revamping. Having said all that, at the present time it's very playable, with many scenarios working perfectly, I have to say. Yeah, many scenarios to be put in this area. There's a lot of spawns that I can put in that will liven the place up. And basically the first part of this series is a development series without the technical details. Alright, what we got up here? This is the peak of the area, I believe. I think this is where I had the, or attempted to bring the Desert Titan in. So watch this space and see how we get on with that in the future. Experimental scenarios ongoing. I wasn't really sure how I was going to approach this video, due to the fact there's not really a lot going on here, so I thought I'd take the opportunity while wandering about, and you can see what's what, to give a rough idea of what's coming in the future. Bearing in mind it is highly experimental. I've got down there Ecus, and usually see one of them in the desert, but yeah, definitely some scenarios to be added in this particular area, whereas in the other area, the final area of the desert biome, in the final video of the Upperworld exploration, is a bit more going on there, so that's going to be worth looking at. Now I've just noticed that should be overheating, so go have to look at the temperature controls. Oh, hang on. Whoa, thorny dragon getting a bit cheesed off. Oh, there too. Got him sorted. A few more creatures about in this area. Well, we're almost back to where we started, and there's the rock golem or rock elemental we encountered at the beginning of this video. Well, not really much to see within this area. Potential for mass improvement here on SETH'S WAY. Some scenarios to be added within the area, and if you're still with us, thank you so much for watching, and catch you in the next one. Oh yes, yes indeed.